Well, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Logan Ebo, and I'll be in my sermons about the meaning of courage. So, did you ever feel afraid and then just back down from something because it was just too much, or you were filled with so much fear that you couldn't move from where you were standing? Well, I felt that way before, and I still feel that way from time to time. But the truth is that God has given us the ability to be courageous. Joshua 1:9 says to be strong and courageous. Don't be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord will be with you always. So what is courage exactly? Well, I asked Jesus to tell me what true courage is, and He showed me that true courage is not the absence of fear, but is doing what's right in the presence of fear. Now, if we think about that in the light of Joshua 1:9, the key to courage becomes clear. For the Lord is always with us. It's not about the task at hand, or the persecution we're facing, or the cost of being obedient. Our courage comes from who is with us always. Man, I gotta say that again. It's not about the task at hand, or the persecution we're facing, or the cost of being obedient. It's about who is with us always. Courage in the task at hand. Now, Gideon was in a dire situation where basically the Midianites demolished everything that he and the Israelites had. And Gideon was scared when God told him what he must do. He asked, "How can I rescue Israel? My clan is the weakest of the clans in Manasseh, and I'm the least of my family." But the Lord said to him, "I will be with you." You can find that passage in Judges 6:15-16. So Gideon was weak and fearful, suddenly gathered up all his courage and defeated the Midianites. So if we're not really suited for the task that God has given us, or if we're afraid of what God has told us to do, just remember, victory comes when God is with us. Courage in facing persecution. Daniel was a man of God who loved and served the Lord with all his heart. But because of his beliefs, he was thrown in the lion's den. Now, I bet he was scared. I also bet he needed a new change of underwear. But hey, But the Lord was faithful to Daniel, and He saved his life. Daniel 6:21 says, My God sent His angel to shut the lions' mouths so that they would not hurt me. Even in the face of hungry lions, God was there, and He never had to worry about being safe. Courage in being obedient. Being obedient is sometimes hard, even when it doesn't put us in danger. Jesus is the perfect example of being obedient to God, even though it would cost Him His life. Mark 14:36 says, Abba, Father, everything is possible for you. Please take this cup of suffering from me. Yet I want your will to be done, not mine. So even though Jesus was afraid, He still was willing to obey God because God was with Him through more than just one time of obeying. Matthew 3:16 says, after His baptism, as Jesus came out of the water, the heavens were open and He saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and settling on Him. The Spirit of God was with Him wherever He went, and through everything, especially through the time when Jesus decided to go to the cross. So in all this chaos and evil that surrounds us, no matter how much we're pressured, oppressed, tempted, and beaten down, we will not be shaken because of who is with us. My sister has cancer. Probably one of the most deadliest diseases in the world we're facing today. And I have to live with the fact that she could die. And I'm scared for her. But I know that God is always with us, because meaning that He's even looking after us in the future. Deuteronomy 31:6 says, do not be afraid, not to panic, because God is personally going ahead of our paths. So with that in mind, let's be bold and courageous. And if God is with us, then what can stand against us? Well, I've only got one word for you. Nothing. N-O-T-H-I-N-G. Nothing can stand against us. I love you guys. Thank you for your time.